Okay, so this is your homework or your assignment that we need to do. So you open, I'm going to show you once. You do packet tracer, packet tracer. So when you open your packet tracer, you need to do this design: a PC, a switch, a router, and another laptop somewhere. Then the same thing we did last time at Scalabrini. We have a network, and they say for this LAN, we need 100 people, and for the other one, we need 50. So how to do, and yeah. So it's very simple, exactly like what we did last time. So I'm waiting for the packet tracer to open. Sorry, packets tracer. Why doesn't it open this time? So except that, any questions, general questions you have or you want to ask? Okay, it's opening now. It's a bit slow. So in this, we're going to do a bit of subnetting. It's simple. Then I will do the same thing exactly we did at Scalabrini, and some other videos I posted in it, via the YouTube. I don't know why this guy is slow. If I go to YouTube, so if I go to YouTube, yeah. So this lab we did, CCNA1 extra chapter 11 subnets. It's almost the same. It's almost the same, and also the physical mode, this one, CCN1 extra, lab 10.4.4. It's the same. So you should know how to drag and drop some stuff and make your cabling. Okay, so this is your homework that you need to do, and we're going to do together first. Then, so you open your packet tracer and you put your PC. You see a PC should be here, a laptop somewhere, a router here, and a switch somewhere. So the same thing we do here, it's exactly sometimes we do in a company. And this course is the same for everyone. You go to America, to Canada, to Europe, China, it's the same course, the same thing. So we have these two, these are four. You can put them here. And they say what? Now you need cabling. PCA should go to port F6. So PCA, so you take your straight cable, PCA, fast Ethernet, go to F06. You see. Then what next? The switch to the router is F05 to gig 001. So you take your cable 05 to gig 001. You see. And the other one, G00 to the fast Ethernet. This is already a good design that you did. So it can be the logical mode or it can also be. You see, so you bring your PCs, you bring all your equipment there, and you take your cabling, you power on the PCs, the switch, the router, and you take the correct cable to do exactly the same thing. You see. So if you go to lab 10.4.4, it's almost the same. Yeah, this one passed away. How? Okay, I'm going to check later. And you see. So if you do this lab again, or you watch again, and you watch also CCNA1 extra chapter 11 subnetting, so it's the same. So now we did our design, and this is the network we need to use to assign stuff. So work with the following information. This is our network, 192.168.10.0. And from there, in LAN A or LAN 1, we need 100 hosts. So remember the table we made. I forgot that table, but anyway, I can do it here. Control N. No, not this one. If you have /24 /25 /26 /27 slash Mr. John Kalanga, welcome back. It has been a while. Then /28 /29 /30. 1 second, I want to connect my charger. Okay. So remember this one for class C. And we did what? We did bit borrowed. So if it's slash 24, it means we didn't borrow anything. We didn't borrow anything. Slash 25 means we did borrow this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for a class C, the default seven is 24. So 24 means I have 24 ones. So if I don't borrow anything from the host, it's fine. If you see slash 25, if you see slash 25, it means I borrowed one bit from the host, you see. I borrow one. If you see slash 26, it means I borrowed two. Here I borrowed three. I borrowed four. I borrowed five. Slash 30, it means I borrowed six. Now here, number of smaller networks. So remember, it's 2 to the power of bit, 2 to the power of bit borrowed. So here, 2 to the power of 0, you take 2, it means 1. It means if I don't borrow any bit here, I only have one network. Here, it will be I clean up. It will be 2 to the power of 1. It will be 2. I don't know why this guy. It will be 2 networks. Here will be 4 networks. 8, 16, 32, 64. So if I borrow 6 bits, you can't hear you clean, but this guy is hanging. So the number of subnets, then we also need to find number of host per networks. So to do that, we do 2 to the power of bits remaining minus 2. Okay, here if I borrow, let's say 4 bits, 2 to the power of 4, I have 16. If you borrow 4, you have 16. So it's very simple. You put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 1 times 2. You see, times 2, times 2, times 2. And here. Now, on top here, if I don't borrow anything, 2 to the power of bit borrowed minus 2. And no, to find the number of hosts is 2 to the power of remaining bits. So here I didn't borrow anything. So I have 8 here. So 2 to the power of 8 is 256 minus 2, 254. 254. So here, if I borrow 1 bit, I'm going to put it bigger. If I borrow 1 bit here, the remaining is 7. So 2, I clear. 2 to the power of 7 minus 2, 126. If I borrow 2 bits, if I borrow 2 here, the remaining here is 6. Then I do 2 to the power of 6 equal minus 2 is 62. If I borrow 3 bits, if I borrow here 3, the remaining here is 5. 2 to the power of 5 minus 2 is 30. If I borrow 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, the remaining is 4. So I do 2 to the power of 4 equal minus 2, 14. Okay, so we can stop here. Stop here. So now in our questions, we say we need 100 hosts for this LAN. 100 hosts. So you take your table. If I say /28, the maximum of hosts is 14. Me, I need 100. If I say /26, the maximum of hosts is 62. It's not good. Me, I need 100. If I say /25, the maximum is 126. 126, me, I need 100. It's fine. So it means I can take this one, LAN A, 100 hosts, 100 hosts. It means it's /25. So I clean here, I say with /25, we get a maximum of 2 hosts. So now from here, we'll need to do our subnetting. If it's /25, so you come here, guidelines, guides, lines. The first step, it's a class C, this network that we are dealing with. Here, the class C default subnet, default subnet is /24 bit borrowed. You see here we have /25, so we do 25 minus 24 is equal 1 bit borrowed, number of subnets, 2 to the power of bit borrowed, so 2 to the power, what is it to the power? What is the power stuff? Is it this one? No? Yeah. 2 to the power of 1. Okay. 2 to the power of 1 equal 2. So you take your calculator, 2 to the power of 1 bit borrowed, we have two smaller networks. Two smaller networks. So we have two smaller networks. How many hosts per networks? We do two to the power of remaining bits minus 2. It means if I borrowed only one bit here, the remaining is 7. So it's 2 to the power of 7. 2 to the power of 7 minus 2. And we have 126 hosts per subnet. You see. Now, if you need to list all these smaller networks based on the magic number. So to list all these smaller network based on the magic number. So if I borrowed only one here, so the magic number is 128. So you know already. If you want, you can do your table. 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 2, 1. And because it's slash 25, it means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have about 24, now 25. And we take this one, you see, you put it in your table. 0, 0. And you take the last 0, it means this is my magic number, 128. It means all my network will be plus 128 plus 128. And the very first one, the very first network, always start with 0. 0, always the first network. Now plus the magic number to find the second one, 128, you see. And from there, you can find the first valid host, as you know. So this assignment, if you go in the YouTube channel, it's exactly like CCNA1 Extra, Chapter 11, Subnetting, and also Lab 10.4.4. These two, it's exactly the same thing. So if you watch them again, it's exactly the same thing. So as you know, first valid host, last valid host, broadcast. First valid host, and it's the network plus 1, as you know. It's 1 here. The broadcast is the next network minus 1. So it should be 1 to 7. The last valid host you can assign to someone is the broadcast minus 1. So to 126. So now if they want you to do this one, so you do this one plus 128. So 128 plus 128 is 256. But this one doesn't exist. You must remove it because we say we have only two smaller networks. So it's only 10.0 and this one. So you just put this one to help you to find first host, last host. You put it here. So first host is the network plus 129. Broadcast is this one minus 1, 255. Here is 254, and you delete this one. It was just there to help us find broadcast first valid host. So this is our networking. If we say we need, for LAN A, we say we need 100 hosts. 100 hosts, you check here, the same thing we did as Calabrini. If you take /26, it's maximum 62. We will need more. So if you take /25, then the maximum of hosts per network is 126. So it means we take this guy. When you find it, you do your guidelines, the same thing we did. Class C, the same thing. So check this one and we continue. If you have questions, as you know, unmute yourself, tell us your name, and feel free to ask your question. Okay, we continue. So this is our exam, not exam, our assignment 4 that you have to do, and you send me your packet tracer. So for now, I'm doing the same thing. So this is our network. For LAN A, we say we need 100. Now for LAN 2 or for LAN B, this is LAN A. Here for LAN B, we say we need how much? 50. Then you go back to your stuff here, to your table. We need 50. If I take /28, it's not good. If I take /28, it's not good because it will be a maximum of 14 hosts. If I take /27, the maximum host is 30, not good. I need 50, then it should be /26 because with /26, I can get a maximum of 60, 62. So this one for then we do for LAN B, we say 50 hosts. It means it's /26. We copy, we paste /26. We get a maximum of 62. And this is so if you say /26, it means we have 26 ones. And we can see that we did borrow 2 from the host and all this stuff. Then we do the same thing, the guideline. We do the guidelines. We put here. So it's still the class C. Default here is /26. I did borrow 2 bits. 2 to the power of 2 to find the total networks. I have 4 networks, 4 smaller networks. If I borrow 2 to find the number of hosts, 6. So 2 to the power of 6 minus 2 has 62 hosts per networks. 62 hosts per network. Now to find the magic number to list, we took 2 here, so we put it here. And you can see that this time our magic number, it's false here. The last one is usually 64. It means all the networks will be 64 plus 64 plus 64. So the first one always end with 0 plus the magic number 64 plus 64 plus 64. Must use a calculator to avoid making mistakes. You see, these are our 4 smaller networks. And per smaller network, we have 62 hosts. From here, you can do your same thing. First valid host, last. You know how to do that now. Okay, this one you know how to do. Now we go back to our question paper again. Record your subnet, yes. Now, LAN 1 is hosted on router 1, okay. Assign the last IP address of each subnet to the PC. Okay, so now I need to give IP addresses. We say assign last IP address of each subnet. Okay, let's check here first. You must read properly and don't do like what I do. Me, because I'm used to, I go quick. You see, number 1, assign the first IP of each subnet to a router. You see even here. Let me make it simple. When you have an exam, take your time and don't do like I do. Take your time to read properly. I come here, I paste, and I need to do another table. And you must be always well organized. If not, you'll mess up. So router 1, G001, we say first host address in LAN 1 subnet. Okay, what is LAN 1? First host. So this is our first network, the first host, /25. /25. The first host. G00. First host address in LAN 2. What is LAN 2? This is here, or LAN B. First. Okay, so here we can see that this 10.0 and the second one start with 128. So to avoid overlapping, uh, so it seems like this one is fine, there is no problem, but we might have conflict of IP addresses because everything on top here seems to be covered by, you see, network 0 and network 128. So it means to avoid clashing or overlapping, because everything here is taken, we can now use the 192 here. So here we can find the first valid host. First valid host, it will be 193.193. So here, 192 plus 64, you see, the wildcard mask, the magic number, 128 plus 64 is 256. So it's like if we need another network, it should be here 256. Then if you are 256, it means this one will be 255, and here 254, and we remove. It was just there to help us to find these ones. So now for the other network, we'll take this one for LAN B. So we take the first one, /26 for the router. Now switch SVI, switch. We say second host in LAN 1, second host. So we take this one. We'll take this one for LAN 1 or LAN A. So the first one was for the router, and we say the second one will be for the switch. So we say this one 2 /25, because it's the first network, the first LAN. PCA, last host. So if I take this one, the last valid host is this one, that then I can assign to someone. So I take it, and this one is PCA. You must be well organized when you do your stuff. And /25 is on the PCA. And PCB, we say last host in LAN 2. So because I'm using this one for LAN B or LAN 2, the last one is this one that I can assign to someone. I take it, /26 PCB. So if this one is clean, neat, then you can go and do your configuration. We see PCA, we see this is the address. You come here, PCA is here, you put it, and we say /what? 25. So So slash 25. mm, So if it says slash 25, if you convert everything in decimal, this one will be 255, 255, 255, and 128. You see, that's why here for PCA, and because now PCA is facing G001, G001 will be the default gateway for this PC. So we check 001 is where you see this is 001, and this is the IP here. So you take it, you go to a PC, and you put. You must be very careful. This is it. And you close it. This router G001, this router, this interface 001, we're going to configure it. Enable conf t. You go to that interface G001 IP address, and you put that IP address there. And because we see slash 25, so 255.255.255.128. No shut. Always, if you configure an interface, no shutdown. So remember, for your final exams, it will be between 19, 20, 21. So Scalabrini will confirm. You go at Scalabrini to do the quiz, the final exam, like IT Essential, the questions, and the packet tracer exam you do at home. We also have a packet tracer exam. This one you do at home. Okay, so we did configure this part. We put here LAN A. And this guy is a PCA, PCB. Switch 1 and router 1. So now we're going to configure PCB. So PCB is what? This is PCB. You take the IP address. You take the IP address and you put it here. And we say slash 26. So if you say slash 26, it means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2. So if you convert this one, 255, 255, 255, here is 128 plus 64. So you do your stuff. 128 plus 64, 192. So the subnet mask is 192. You come back to PCB here, 192. And we interface G00. G00 we did is this one. So because PCB is here is linked to this interface, G00 will be the default gateway for the PC. Then you come here and you put, you take your time, make sure that everything's well done, you close. Now we go to configure interface. You exit from here, interface G000, IP address, you paste, and the subnet mask 192.168. No, sorry. The subnet mask is 255, 255, 255, 192, no shut. And you save. Do copy, run, start. So this is how we try to find a way to assign IPs, the correct one. So the same thing, and you must do it, packet tracer, and you send to me, and you save with your name, and you send to me. So we did everything here nicely. We did. Now, part 3, configure basic settings. Disable DNS. We forgot to do for the switch. The switch, this is the IP of the switch, the SVI. We copy it. We go to a switch. Enable, conft interface VLAN 1, IP address. And because we say /25 is 255, no shut. Do copy, run, start. And we are done for also for the switch. So we did that. Now part 3 and the basic settings. So configure interface of the router we did already. Interface G00, G01. We did. We forgot to add interface description. And interface description. Okay, we're going to do this one. Part 4. Yeah, we're going to do part 4. Yeah, part 4 and part 3 on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll let you know. So this one, if you do many times and you watch the videos, CCNA1 Extra Lab 10.4.4, the same thing, and CCNA1 Extra Chapter 11, Subnetting, you're sorted. That's all for your exam for CCNA1. Also, in your in NetAcad, please don't forget to do your chapter exams, guys. Don't forget to do your chapter exams. If I check, who is here? Yeah. Your chapter exams, don't forget to do them. So you still have 2 weeks before the exam to finish the last 3 exams. Finish them so that you should be ready for. And also, I think the course feedback is activated, you must also do it. The course feedback is activated, please do it. And the day of your exam, if you go to Scalability, this is the final exam. It's the quiz, the same thing you did for IT sessions. Then for the packet tracer exam that you'll do from home, I'll let you know it will be this one. You'll get an exam like what is here, and you do your configs. They just want to know if you understand, you did your labs, you know how to assign IP, how to configure ABCD. That's all. So if you have an interface and you need to add a description, for example, I end here, conft interface G000. If you ask to add a description, it's simple. You say description, and you can add something. You can say facing LAN B. You see, so it's just something to describe this interface is for what. You can say the facing LAN B or linked to LAN B. You can type anything here. So please take your time to go through it. Wednesday or Thursday, I'll let you know. We'll do the last part. The last part. Also, I'm going to activate another exam for you. This one is for you to prepare, to prepare activation. No, this one is IT sessions. Assessment center. We call it ITN practice. Practice. This one is to prepare. You can do it many times. So it's a packet tracer exam, but just for you to get prepared for the final exam. That's all. So you can find it here. You see practice exam, practice, and you can do this one. It's like the quiz to prepare you for the final exam. And practice packet tracer is to prepare you for the packet tracer exam. A packet tracer exam is something like that. They give you something, and you need to do the configs. Okay, that's all for today. Any questions? Christina, questions? Denise, Dominique, Esther, John, Singani, Talent, Swan. Any questions? Okay, so if no questions, study well, guys. We have 2 weeks for the exam, and yeah, it's very simple, it's not difficult. Okay, I'm going to copy and send this one to Scalabrini because we need the register. Yep. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and we meet again on I think Wednesday or Thursday. I'll let you know a day in advance. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Yes, Christina, you have a question?